Section 406.12g in the 2002 National Electrical Code, also known as the NEC, addresses the maximum depth allowed between a drywall ring, sometimes referred to as a plaster ring, and the finished surface of a wall. This section is crucial for ensuring proper and safe installation of electrical boxes and devices in walls. The specific requirement outlined in 406.12g states that the depth of the electrical box should not be less than the distance measured from the finished surface of the wall to the back of the mounting plaster ring. In simpler terms, the electrical box must be deep enough to accommodate the plaster ring so that the front edge of the ring is flush with or slightly protruding from the finished wall surface. Several factors contribute to the importance of this requirement. Firstly, it ensures proper mechanical support for the electrical device, such as a receptacle or switch, that will be mounted to the plaster ring. If the box is not deep enough, the plaster ring might not be adequately supported, leading to instability and potential damage to the device or the wall. Secondly, maintaining the correct depth helps to prevent strain on the wiring connections. When the box is too shallow, the wires can be compressed or bent excessively when the device is installed. This can lead to insulation damage, short circuits, or even fire hazards. Thirdly, proper depth ensures a neat and professional appearance. When the plaster ring is flush with the wall, the cover plate or device sits properly against the wall surface, creating a clean and aesthetically pleasing finish. Understanding how to correctly interpret and apply Section 406.12g requires a clear understanding of the different components involved, which include the electrical box itself, the drywall or plaster ring, and the finished wall surface. The electrical box is a typically metal or plastic enclosure that houses the electrical connections and provides a secure mounting point for the devices. Electrical boxes come in various shapes and sizes, designed for different applications and wiring methods. The drywall or plaster ring is a metal or plastic ring that attaches to the front of the electrical box and provides a mounting surface for the electrical device. The finished wall surface refers to the final layer of the wall, which is typically drywall, plaster, or another type of wall covering. To determine the correct depth of the electrical box, you need to measure the distance from the finished wall surface to the back of the mounting plaster ring. This measurement will tell you the minimum depth that the electrical box must have. It is always best to err on the side of caution and choose a slightly deeper box if you are unsure. This will provide ample space for the wiring and ensure that the plaster ring is adequately supported. When installing electrical boxes in walls, several other considerations should be kept in mind. Firstly, always use the appropriate type of box for the wiring method being used. Secondly, ensure that the box is securely mounted to the wall framing. Thirdly, make sure that the box is properly grounded. Fourthly, follow all applicable electrical codes and standards. Understanding and adhering to Section 406.12g of the 2002 NEC is essential for ensuring safe and compliant electrical installations. It is important to note that electrical codes and standards are constantly evolving, so it is always a good idea to consult the latest edition of the NEC and any local amendments before starting any electrical work. Remember that working with electricity can be dangerous, so it is always best to hire a qualified electrician if you are not comfortable performing electrical work yourself. The information provided here is for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before starting any electrical project.